So you just took a positive pregnancy test at home. Now what do you do? What's up everybody? I'm Dr. Allie, I'm an OBGYN, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about exactly what I, as an OBGYN, recommend that you do once you take a positive pregnancy test at home. I'm going to give you my recommendations, but I'm also going to walk you through what your first visit looks like so that you know what to expect. Also going to be discussing the most common question that I get, which is when can I know the gender of my baby? So let's jump right in. I remember when I took my first pregnancy test with my baby girl, I was shocked, panicked, and then I was like, what the heck do I do? And I'm an OBGYN, but it's just such a rush and overwhelming feeling, so many emotions, excitements. You're nervous, you're scared, you're happy, and then I'm like, oh my God, I gotta tell Corey. And I get it. Take minutes to just enjoy all of those emotions. Cry if you need to. I sure did. And then just enjoy it. Enjoy the moment. If you're someone that has been actively trying to get pregnant, then you're probably already doing some of these things. But in case you aren't, first and foremost, I definitely recommend that you start taking a prenatal vitamin. Prenatal vitamins are so important to start early on. The actual recommendation is to start taking a prenatal vitamin 3 months before you become pregnant. Prenatal vitamins are so important because they help in the development of the growing baby. So they help with brain development, they help prevent spina bifida or problems with the baby's spine, neural tube defects. So they have so many added benefits to the development of the fetus. So definitely pick some up if you haven't already. Another thing to do is to call your provider. It's important that you get established care with an OBGYN, a midwife, whoever you choose to see for your pregnancy. But the earlier you get in, the better. We get to know you, we get to make recommendations, we can start blood work, ultrasounds if necessary, all that good stuff. Usually when you call to make that appointment, they're going to ask you what your last menstrual period was. So when you take that positive pregnancy test, take a step back and remember, or try to remember, when was my last period? And then just jot it down. I usually just put it in like my notes part of my phone. And then that way when they ask me, I remember the date. If you don't remember, don't worry. We can still do an ultrasound and see how far along you are. But like I mentioned in my last video, to date your pregnancy, it's best if you know the date of your last menstrual period. My next recommendation would be avoid things like alcohol, smoking, any drug use. If you're currently taking medications, make sure to call your doctor and see if it's okay to continue taking those medications. There are certain medications that are contraindicated in pregnancy because it can be dangerous to the developing baby. So definitely very important as well. As I mentioned before, one of the most common questions, honestly, probably the most common question that I get from patients, even family and friends, is when can I find out the gender of my baby? Can you believe that with Sneak Peek Gender Early Test, you can find out the gender of your baby as early as 6 weeks? 6 weeks. I decided to partner with Sneak Peek because they are the only patent blood collection device for at-home fetal sex detection. Easy, simple to use, affordable, and accessible. The best part, it is over 99% accurate at 6 weeks. You guys, 6 weeks is so early. Honestly, I really like it because it's so easy to use. You order it right online and they send you the whole kit directly to you. So I'm gonna walk you through the kit and open it so that you can see everything that's inside and how easy it is to do. Also, it's just cool that like you don't have to go to a lab to have blood work drawn and drive somewhere. Like you just take it in the privacy of your own home, you're comfortable, and you just follow all of the steps and you get the results sent to you. Honestly, there's a reason why this is the #1 OBGYN recommended gender test. You guys know I'm also all about evidence-based medicine and things that have been researched and studied, and it's really cool because Sneak Peek actually has 7 publications where it's been tested. I'm going to link them down below just so you guys have access to them. So as an OBGYN, obviously I want to partner with and sponsor things that align with how I practice medicine. So I love that it is backed by scientific publications. Before I jump in and show you everything that is inside of the kit, I want you all to know that privacy is very important to Sneak Peek. So they don't analyze any sort of health information from your sample. They're simply just looking at the gender or the sex of the baby. And like I said before, the results are going to be emailed to you. Like it's so easy. Okay, let's see what's inside. It's really cool because you just mail it back right in the same box. Everything is just so easy. It's just explained. Okay, so you get your little pamphlets of information, and I'm gonna insert a picture of, you guys can see how cute you get when you get emailed your results. Like it's so cute when it says boy or girl, but I'll insert it so you guys can see it. Your instructions, keep in mind it is really important that you as a female are the only one that's going to be handling the kit. You don't want any males to come in contact with because obviously then their DNA can get in it and it could mess up the results of the test. How easy. Cute pictures, numbers, steps to follow, telling you exactly what to do. I love it. Another cool thing, this is all painless, so don't worry that it's going to be painful or uncomfortable or anything like that. Here, I'm not going to open this part, but here is the collection part. You get a little brush to clean off the area, a little gauze. How cute. You can get alcohol swabs, a little band-aid. This is the little cooling pack to help. I mean, they really thought of everything. For more information about Sneak Peek and the early gender test, make sure to check out the link in my bio where you can go to their website. I'm just so excited to partner with this brand because I think it's really, really cool. And I know that a lot of people don't want to wait until 20 weeks to find out the gender of their baby. And that's typically when we can tell the gender of the baby on ultrasound. And 20 weeks is a long time to wait. So this is a great option. Like I said, it's affordable, accessible, easy to use, so definitely check it out. Okay, now let's go back to, you made your appointment, you're all excited, you did your at-home gender test, and now you show up to your OBGYN's office. Usually at the first appointment, it is going to be a little bit longer appointment, and that's just because we want to get to know you. We're going to talk about your past medical history, your previous pregnancies if you've had any medications that you're taking, allergies, your partner's history as well. So I definitely recommend that at that first visit, definitely bring your partner so that you guys can discuss family histories or anything that may be of concern. At this visit, they're also going to talk to you about genetic testing. There are so many options for genetic testing nowadays, and I have a whole separate video on that, so I'm going to leave that link down below so that you can better understand what your options are when you start talking about genetic testing. And lastly, at this visit, you're also going to do a bunch of blood work. And I feel like a lot of tubes of blood, and it is, but we definitely want to make sure and check for everything. We check for any history of infections. So we check for things like hepatitis, HIV. We do gonorrhea and chlamydia, typically off of a urine sample. We might want to get you up to date on a pap smear. We check a CBC, which is a complete blood count that just looks at all of your levels. For some patients, we may also want to check your renal function or how your kidneys are doing, how your liver is doing. It just really depends, and it's going to vary patient to patient. That'll be the most amount of blood that you give throughout your pregnancy. And depending on your office, you may or may not have an ultrasound that day. It also depends too on how far along you are. Typically, in order for us to get a good dating ultrasound, we want to wait till at least 6, honestly, ideally, maybe 7, 8 weeks. So it really just depends. Every office has a different policy. So don't be disappointed if you don't get an ultrasound on that same visit. Although I know that's annoying and it sucks, so I'm sorry. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Have you guys used the Sneak Peek test? If you did you like it? I would love to hear your thoughts. And like I mentioned before, for more information on Sneak Peek and their early gender test, definitely check the link in my bio. As always, I hope you guys learned something new today. I hope you're excited. If you're pregnant and you just took a pregnancy test, I remember those feelings, so enjoy it. I wish you guys the best, the healthiest pregnancies, and I'll see you in my next video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.